So, you want to learn Japanese? Awesome. But if you've looked online, you know it's a total flood of advice, apps, and methods, and it can feel completely overwhelming. The goal here is simple. We're going to cut through all that noise and give you a clear, modern, and genuinely actionable plan to get you on the path to fluency. Okay, let's get into it. Does this sound familiar? If you've ever felt like this Reddit user, trust me, you are not alone. It's a classic case of what they call analysis paralysis. You're so busy looking for the perfect way to start that you never actually, start. We are going to fix that right now. All right, here's our game plan for today. We're going to tackle the fluency myth, then cover your first steps, talk about the immersion engine, build your digital toolkit, forge a daily habit, and finally issue you a challenge. By the end, you'll know exactly what to do next. First things first, before we learn a single character, we need to talk about a huge misconception that trips up so many beginners. Let's tackle this fluency myth head on. You've seen it, right? The YouTube videos, the ads, all those bold claims. Learn Japanese in 3 months. It's super tempting, I get it, but is it realistic? The short answer? No, not even close. And setting yourself up with that kind of expectation is just a fast track to burning out. Let's just get real for a second. This number right here, 2,200, is a healthy dose of reality. According to the U.S. Foreign Service Institute, and these are the folks who train professional diplomats, that's about how many classroom hours it takes for an English speaker to get really good at Japanese. Now, this isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to free you from those crazy expectations. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, so with our expectations firmly in reality, where do we actually begin? This next part, this is the most critical, absolutely non-negotiable starting point for every single person learning Japanese. Before you touch a single grammar point or vocabulary word, you must learn the Japanese phonetic scripts. They're called kana. Just think of them as the Japanese ABCs. You simply cannot read anything without them. This is step 1. There are no shortcuts, no exceptions. So kana is split into 2 scripts. On the left, you've got hiragana. This is for all the native Japanese words and the grammatical bits that hold sentences together. On the right, that's katakana. You'll see this for foreign words like computa for computer or kohi for coffee. They use it for emphasis too, kind of like italics. They represent the exact same sounds, they just look different. That's it. And you want to know the best part? You can master these for free. Totally free. You can download these beautiful printable charts from the MLC Japanese Language School. You can use online tools like kana.pro to drill them over and over. There is absolutely zero reason to pay for this step. Your first week's mission is to get this done. All right, once you've got the kana down, you are ready for the real engine of learning a language. This right here is the secret sauce. This is what separates the people who succeed from those who just stay stuck in textbook mode for years and years. We are talking about immersion. And listen, this does not mean you have to pack your bags and move to Japan. Immersion is a method. It's all about systematically surrounding yourself with the language. The key phrase here is comprehensible input. That means you're listening to and reading stuff that you can mostly understand, even if you don't know every single word. Now, this isn't just some crazy idea. It comes from the research of a super influential linguist named Dr. Stephen Krashen. His whole theory is that we acquire language in only one way, by understanding messages, by getting that comprehensible input. Think about it. It's how you learned your first language as a kid, and your brain is still wired to learn that way. So, how do you actually do this? Well, there are 2 main ways. First, there's active immersion. This is when you're really focused, like watching an anime with Japanese subtitles and paying close attention. But second, and this is just as important, is passive immersion. This is your secret weapon. You fill all your dead time, your commute, when you're doing chores, at the gym, with Japanese audio. It just keeps the sounds and rhythm of the language in your ears. Right about now, you might be thinking, okay, great, but how am I supposed to understand anything as a total beginner? That is an excellent question. And the answer is technology. Let's build your free digital toolkit that makes all this possible right from day one. Let me be perfectly clear about this, because it's huge. You do not need to spend money to get to a high level in Japanese. Seriously. While there are some great paid resources out there, the most powerful tools for this method are completely free. And people are proving it works every single day. So this is it. This is your core setup. For vocabulary, you're going to use Anki. It's basically smart flashcards on steroids, and it's non-negotiable. For grammar, you've got Tae Kim's Guide, which is a fantastic free online textbook. For looking stuff up, jisho.org is your dictionary. Now, for reading online, the Yomitan browser extension is an absolute game changer. And for listening, you have the endless universe of YouTube and podcasts. That's it. That's a complete learning system, and it costs $0. Let's just break down the options here. For vocab and kanji, the free gold standard is Anki. A very popular paid service is WaniKani. For grammar, you've got the amazing free Taikim's Guide versus buying the Genki textbooks. For reading, the free Yomitan extension is essential, but you could also buy graded readers. And for speaking practice, you can start with free language exchange apps before maybe paying for a tutor on a site like Italki. The choice is yours, but I want you to see how incredibly powerful the free path is.
Okay, we have the mindset, we have the method, we have the tools. Now for the most important part, putting it all into action. What should you actually do every single day? Here's a simple plan to launch you through your first month.
We can model this on a plan that some learners call the Mo way. It's super straightforward. Days 1 through 5, your only goal is to master hiragana and katakana. That's it. Then, days 6 to 10, you just set up your tools, get Anki working, install Yomitan. Then for the rest of the month, you just settle into a simple daily routine. Learn 15 new vocab words in Anki, read 1 short grammar lesson, and get at least 1 hour of immersion in. Simple, consistent progress. That's the key.
Now, if that 1 hour of immersion schedule seems like too much right now, don't worry. Even 45 minutes a day, if you do it consistently, will lead to massive progress over time. Just break it down. 15 minutes for new vocab, 15 for grammar, 10 minutes reviewing your characters, and just 5 minutes mimicking native audio to work on your accent. Just remember the golden rule. Consistency is way more important than intensity.
So there we have it. We've debunked the myths, we've laid the foundation, we've shown you the method, and we've built a daily plan. The only thing left is for you to actually start. So, what is your path forward? It really is this simple. Step 1, master the kana. Use those free resources. Do not skip this step. Step 2, set up your free digital toolkit. And once that's done, you start the real journey. Step 3, find a show, a podcast, a YouTuber that you genuinely think is cool, and just start immersing yourself.
And that brings us right to the final question. We've given you the roadmap, we've given you the tools. The entire journey starts with just a single step. So what's stopping you from learning their very first character, which is pronounced right now, today?